These are the meditations of Kantes. On today's meditation, as a chosen one as an empath, when you're on your awakening journey, it's going to be incredibly difficult. You'll, especially during the beginning stages, you'll have to detach yourself from a lot of comforts. Let's just keep it, like that. A lot of comforts, a lot of, you know, a space where you are just okay with, you are able to get your meals, you're able to have a good place to stay. But as you awaken, nothing will be more validating, more tasty, more delicious, more um, refreshing than maintaining your authentic self. Nothing will be more delicious than you maintaining your authentic self. It will be more delicious than food, you know. It will be the most, it is for me and for many awakened empaths. It's one of the most delicious things to finally connect with yourself and continue to connect with yourself. It's like an entire world. You were never, it was just under your nose, but you were never exposed to it. You see, a lot of energy has been spent by the Nax, by the Matrix, to try and keep you asleep. So when you wake up, you've really grasped and you've really taken back the most valuable thing that you can ever have. Because once you awaken and you overcome those challenges, you'll realize that your greatest challenge was when you were asleep. When you wake up, it's just a season. There's just a season where you're coming back to your abundance, like you're going from the from the from the drought, from the famine filled land, and now you're going to the Garden of Eden. And then in between those two spaces where you've come from, there's a long path that will involve a lot of difficulties. But once you get to your Garden of Eden, it's more or less over, and now you can begin to savor how amazing it is to have your soul. So stay locked in, stay in your zone. Do not feel like you want to go back or do whatever. Let it be as tough as it can be, but remember that you having and maintaining your soul and maintaining your authentic self, because you will really not be able to be your authentic self when you're around those snacks, or when you're around people who are really entrenched in the matrix. You will only find freedom when you're free amongst free beings like this amazing tree. That's the only place where you'll be free. So persevere, be strong, but always remember that what you have awakened and what you have realized that you have is really the greatest water, the greatest food. It's better than any five-star meal. It's better than any, comfort, any TV show, any drama, any luxury car. It is everything and more. Okay, and as you awaken, you'll start to realize that even once you're experiencing all these things, discomforts, they can never really never really be as uncomfortable as it was when you were asleep. You start to realize just how miserable you are, regardless of all the comforts that might have surrounded you, maybe financed by the NAC or whoever. But once you awaken to who you are, nothing will be more delicious, I tell you. Nothing will be more scrumptious. Nothing will be more satiating. It will fill you, it will be so fulfilling every day as you continue to learn more and more about yourself, about what you had experienced, the lessons that you've derived from it, your own meditations. This is why I call it the meditations. As you continue to remain with yourself, you yourself will start yielding lessons you couldn't even begin to imagine. You'll be like, how did I even understand that? Now you remember the experience that allowed you to understand that. So you see your entanglement in the matrix and with the Nax as a great blessing. And as you stay in this state of gratitude, the peace that you experience, it's more fulfilling than anything. So I continue to encourage you and continue to encourage even awakened empaths who've been on this path for a long time. They also experience some tough challenges, some tough moments, but it's really like a tough level in a game. It's something that you can just almost observe outside of you, because you've been able to reclaim your soul. So you're always in the observer's position, and because you're in the observer's position, there is a certain peace, a certain calmness. Okay, because you know whatever you're facing will pass. But what was dangerous more than this discomfort that you're experiencing now you've awakened is while you are associated with the Narcs. Nothing could have been more miserable for you than being associated with those people. You'll understand that the more you wake up, but you'll even start to look at yourself how you are, and you'll be like, man, I was in hell while I was associated with them. Okay, so keep on pushing. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe, and continue to stay in your solitude. Continue to stay in your own gratitude of self. You've just found the most valuable thing that you can ever have. Savor it. Adios.